I had a dream, and in the dream there was this sign. There was a sign, and I don't know what it said, but it was next to a sidewalk in the grass by a street in a city, and standing next to it there was this sheep. It was a sheep, and I came upon it in the dream, but I wasn't surprised seeing that it was a sheep in this city. I regarded it like a dog or a puppy or something that had been lost or abandoned or escaped. And I remember the look on its face, like when you come to the realization that you don't know where you are and you don't know where to go. And I asked, I spoke to it like you would with, like you would. I asked if the sheep was lost. And the dream, you would have to see it and be there to understand, but and then it immediately shifted like dreams do, and I was at some sort of an appointment, and I was there with someone that I knew. From the past, a few different people, and I remember thinking about the Lord, about just having that on my mind, the scripture and what was going on, and I just felt like everyone there must, be thinking the same thing. And I was with this person who had been a close friend of mine. And I don't know what the appointment was for, but I remember feeling anguish the whole time. I really, really grieved. I felt like, I guess like that I was surrounded by a lot of lost sheep. I didn't know what to say. And everybody was speaking. They were talking about things, and I had this person that I knew that was my friend, and I was thinking about the kingdom and the scriptures and all in the dream for some appointment. Seemed like everybody there knew me, and I thought they knew me because I was with the Lord. That's what I believed. That was the zeal that I had, but everybody was just talking. Everybody. And I was really worried about him. I mean, you just seen where they were going, and you knew that that's where they were going. That's just where they're going. They were going, and you knew that that was just off a cliff. That they were going off a cliff, and you just feel like screaming. And there's all this talk about how normal things were. And I'm thinking about the kingdom and about life. And then I was with this other friend afterwards. It was afterwards, after the appointment, after whatever happened. And I remember feeling pretty alone. And I was with him. He was coming along with me, I remember, and I thought we were riding on something, and we were talking. And we were moving somewhere. I was just thinking about things, and I didn't know what to say. I remember asking about that other friend who I'd seen at the appointment, what she was doing. And then I realized, I was trying to hold on to this person really hard. I was just trying to hold on to them. I was afraid to lose them. And I remember all the things that they were thinking, that they wanted to do, and there's just no love. All of the great things that they had to do, smoke weed and drink, and I'm just sitting there and I'm trying to do whatever I can to show them that I love them. And I just realized that was gone, and I was trying everything I could to hold on to it. And then I seen the friend, they got up from whatever we were riding on, and I remember seeing him going up this hill, and I felt like, now that I'm awake, I realized that was the lost sheep. I think is what the Lord was showing. And I remember it was funny. And I just felt like, I missed them, I guess you could say. But I seen one last thing, the Lord and then I somehow talked him into coming back down. I guess I was going to drive him home, and then we looked at what we were riding on, and it was like a bottle. We were sitting on this, probably about this big. We were driving a bottle, and we both realized how absurd that was. I guess I felt like really young for a moment. And it reminded me of when we first met. And then I was gonna let the dream go. I wasn't gonna tell it. But when I started to, the Spirit started to show me, what the dream meant. Lost sheep, and who we are. Throughout the dream, who I was, or who I thought I was in the dream, and who I really was in the dream, and who I should be, is what he showed.